Hey, this is Guido coming at you with a tactics talk. Got an interesting one for you here today. I'm in my T34-3 Russian Premium with preferential. I am on Ensk, and we got a good old 51% as far as XVM is concerned game, so it's looking pretty even. And this one is called It's Your Fault. It's called It's Your Fault. Why am I saying that? Well, have you ever had one of those games where you had a great game, say you did 4,000 points of damage, say you had a Radley Walters, had 8 kills, and you still lost. And what do most people say when they do that? Most people say, man, I just did what I could. It was a good game. I did everything I could. It's not my fault. I'm just going to move on. Well, there's good and bad there. The good thing is moving on. You should move on, but you should do something before you move on. You should analyze what happened. And you need to get rid of the part that says it's not my fault. Even in a 4,000 damage game, such as the one you're about to watch, with 8 kills, getting a Radley Walters, it actually oftentimes, if not every time, is your fault. There's something to learn. There's something to look at. You can go back into the replay and say, man, where did I blow this? I did that with this very recording. I went back and looked at it, and I had an idea of what the problem was, but the place where I thought the critical error was not the correct place. It was in fact earlier in the match. So we'll talk about that as I go. Ensk on encounter, let's discuss that for just a moment before we get started. The main battle is usually here in the field. Oftentimes you will get some heavies go down here and troll around in the city. For my money, there are a few maps like this, but this one is one of them. If the entire team just pushed into the field and rolled them up and then came around this way, you would win nearly every single time. But this is a pub match, so people are going to peanut butter spread around. And that's usually a good idea on most maps, but this is just one of those ones. It's so small. You can get in here, wrap up the fight with whatever they send this way, and then come around and pick off what they have remaining here. And that would be a great kind of organized strat. That's the general idea of organized play with these little maps like that. Stick together, kill what you find. But what you'll find in a pub is you'll get some of the heavies kind of go over here, sometimes some of the mediums, but most of the fighting is going to go on over here, and that is usually where I go. I always talk about going to the critical spot on the map, and this is it. And I'll show you what I'm doing with my camera initially. This is a good initial position just to see what's going on. I do go straight through on this one, however, because of what I am seeing. And what am I seeing? Real quick, I can tell that we've got a heavy advantage. I'm hoping at least a couple of them come into the field, and it looks like that's what we are getting. So I want to get forward, get some lights for those heavies, and start working on them. I'm going to sit here in this little position, which is a pretty good forward position initially. Looking for shots up there on this Tiger, too. You can see that the T21s come up. This initial position, as I was saying, is very good, except when? Yeah, right, exactly, Artie. So if there were Artie here, I would not be sitting here. I would get tucked up in front of that building right in front of me there. I'm shooting heat for some stupid reason. Once again, clicking on number 2 and forgetting it's there. And that is why I hit that guy's tracks and didn't do any damage to him. That is the danger of heat. So I'll pick a better spot to shoot him and take him out. And I'm wasting heat on scouts, so go ahead, laugh. It is a mistake. Definitely, definitely. All right, so we're going to move up now to the T21, and we've got these guys pushed back. We'll take him out. And we've got some mediums back in here. There's the Tiger 2 out in the field, kind of getting hammered. And we've got a heavy of ours in the town and some guys hanging out in the back. You will notice that this team that I'm fighting, especially right now, seems relatively unaware of what is going on. I don't even know if they know I'm in there. None of them are really paying attention to me, which surprised me. But you take advantage of that. You make your own luck. If that's what you see, then react accordingly. Now they seem to think I'm in there. Not seem to think, but seem to know I'm in there. See that Tiger 2, his turret's not looking? I'm just waiting to pop out. He's not looking. I can come out here and shoot that beam. So unlucky. I missed there. Here comes that Tiger 2. And again, I'm paying attention to where his turret is. He's paying attention to, oh, no, he's looking at me, so I don't want to get in there yet. Let's take a look. T29, no, he's moving away. Again, zoom out a little bit. What's his turret doing? All right. Yep, not paying attention to me. Let's pop in here and get a quick shot and get out. He's looking. No. Done. All right, so that's just a little essay on what that guy's paying attention to. He's a little bit focused on those guys in the middle, looking in the soda straw. coming around the corner there. I really don't want to just pop around and shoot that T-44, but I knew he was engaged with somebody, and I saw him fire, and that's why I popped out right there to take that shot. Unfortunately, I shoot him right in the turret, and he bounces. I'm going to side scrape a little bit here. This tank's not the greatest side scraper either, but you're just trying to minimize exposure. Come around here. Can't get the shot and push in. Okay. So we're doing pretty good, looks like. We've lost 2, they've lost 3, and we're kind of in their chili here. We've got them all pushed into this corner, and it's a bit of a scrum. But start paying attention to what's going on around here and see if you can see my mistake. So I'm over here, I'm looking at this. T-25's tracked, excellent. Let's take a shot on him. All right, look around. What's going on? I'm looking this way, what's going on? Just watch what's happening here and see if you can see my mistake. Got a T-44 in front of me. I'm fighting him. Can't get a shot. All right, what about that mod? All right, the fight's over right now. But that scrum that was going on right here on the tracks with the FV, the KV2, the AT8, if I had got over there and helped those guys out, I may have been able to stop the loss of several tanks, and this is going to go on for a while over here. They're still fighting him, and I'm still dorking around. Now I'm in here giving a little help. Let's take out the guy that's a one-shot. I know the T-29 had just fired, but look what they did. They've cleaned up that, and now I finally come over here, and had I done that earlier, come over to that middle, I may have been able to save a couple of our tanks, cleaned up those 2. These guys here, they didn't show any real interest in pushing into us. Plus, they had some tanks behind them that were keeping them busy. Using this building right here, I could have come across to the tracks and definitely helped these guys clean out this area. And I'd have saved myself some hit points and maybe some of my guns left in the game. As it stands, I'm going to have to come around here and start futzing around with these guys. Put a shot into him. See how those guys behind me, the T-29, none of them are really interested in pushing. Very passive team. So if I'd have got in there, I'd have done a lot better for the team. I'm trying to find a shot on this guy. I barely catch him. Thank you, RNG. And the KV2, of course, is really problematic. HE gun, I get popped in the side, crossing over. I know I need to get rid of him. I can't let him derp us too much more, but I'm going to take a hit from it. And that's why I needed to get rid of him. I can bounce the other guys, work in the tank, but I really can't bounce the KV2. He's going to sit there and take chunks off of me, so I really needed to get rid of him. Come around here. Kind of lucky on that angle. I actually pinned that Black Prince with regular AP. The T-29 is getting torn up. Black Prince has no idea I'm there. Come back out. Let's go ahead and focus on the T-29. He's looking at me. Black Prince still has no idea. T-29's backing. His gun's not really pointing at me. Got to wait for my long reload. He's looking the wrong way. Take him out. Now the Black Prince knows I'm there, so I'm just going to back up and come back around. Actually come in here for a bit, but no, that thing reloads so fast. Let's just turn around. I'm trying to go save the low. Let's keep the low alive if we can. Plus the 45 or the FV201 A45 is coming. I clip myself on this stinking tank. I'll do the same thing over here, which slows down my attack. That was a bit of a bummer. Because had I got around that corner a bit faster, I'd have taken out that super. And then I could have worked on him. But watch what happens. I end up killing the T-44-100. And here comes the second mistake. Now this was the initial mistake I thought I had made that lost the game. And at this point, it does lose the game. But if you back it up to what was going on in that middle area, I could have really helped the team out, and I think we'd have been well ahead at this point. Of course, that's not what happened, so here we are. I'm trying to deal with the super Pershing. I'm going to show you what I'm doing with my camera. He doesn't have any idea I'm there till right then, and I stop and waiting for my reload and just take a terrible shot. Obviously, never going to go through. Angled upper plate. I was looking to shoot him in the side, and he started to spin. If I had cut right and moved forward a little bit, I may have been able to preserve that side shot, or even as he backed up, go around him. But as it was, I make a huge mistake there and do not shoot him in the side. I don't maneuver to make a better shot. I just kind of was lazy. And now it's me versus him. So watch what happens. Come in here. face hug him so that he can't get into my lower plate. I'm going to try to get underneath that guy's turret, get on the side. What? Don't ask. Why did I shoot there? I thought he was going to turn his hole a little bit and I might get a side shot, but I shoot right into the track like a complete idiot. So that hurts us, right? That's one possibility of killing him, and then I could go hang out or go deal with the Hellcat. So I don't kill him there. I'm thinking about the Hellcat, but I can't get to him. I get lucky there. Now I'm going to try to shoot him into there. I'm pretty sure what I did is I hit his gun. He was moving his gun in front of my turret. That was a good move on his part. And again, I can't get around. I'm not maneuvering very well. Just terrible action. Oh, right into that piece of armor. Get lucky that I don't get hit by the Hellcat. So there's 3 shots I've missed on him. And done. So terrible. Absolutely terrible at the end. Could not kill a one-shot T-26E4. And then I could have dealt with the Hellcat and potentially had an opportunity to deal with these guys. It would have still been a tough fight, but that was definitely the situation that lost it. But if you back it up, had I moved into that center scrum when it was happening, had I even noticed it at the time, I would have increased my chances of winning. So there you go. Even though I had a good game, 4,000 damage, 8 kills, Radley Walters, I was unable to seal the deal because I actually made mistakes. Despite the fact that I had a great game, I did pretty well. It was still true that the things that I did contributed to the loss. So you got to get that mindset. You don't have to beat yourself up for it, but you're going to make yourself a much better player if you honestly assess what happens in a battle and take it onto yourself that, yeah, it is my fault most of the time when I lose. That doesn't make me a bad player or a bad person, but you'll learn a lot more if you have that honesty. Take it easy. Hope this helps.